Hey Aquarius, I'm Empress Rose. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works, leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your wavelength or storyline here, check your other major placements. There will also be extendeds this week, and the link should be at the very top of the description box below. So we're going to just do a traditional tarot spread today, and then over on Vimeo we'll do another layer on that and ask for some clarification on everything, or get some clarification on every card. So all right, just splitting the deck here and taking from the bottom of the deck. Overall for the reading is High Priestess. So this is what can be known and what cannot be known. This bat representing the High Priestess here, they can see a lot, but it's a very different way than what we see. So there's more of a, it's sonar, it's hearing, it's being aware of something, but not in a traditional way, not in a way that you're used to. So it's all about what can be seen and what cannot be seen. The tarot, the High Priestess also represents just tarot in general to me. To me, that's the card that represents the tarot, which will reveal things to us as needed, but will not be revealing things that might put us off an important aspect of the path. Because if we knew, we might behave differently, and so it's all about what can be revealed, what cannot be revealed, and what tarot is going to want to be revealed. So I take it as an overall for the reading, as we're going to be revealing some things, talking about some things, and other things are going to remain behind the veil. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, to-do list, possible outcome. So we're going to get the story here, but not the whole story. And that's what I think that, that's always true, but that's highlighted here for us. Also, okay. We have some very traditional energies here. Some very grounded traditional energies that we might be. Okay, well, let's get going. In the recent past, we have the King of Pentacles. I love this King of Pentacles because there's a piece about the King of Pentacles. I don't know if you spent much time around cows. I used to have a little tiny farm with my own little hand milk cows. This would not be a cow though. This is a King of Pentacles. So we're talking about some sort of grounded energy, some sort of successful energy. This might be a boss. This might be someone who is very successful. These court cards always represent to me actual people. This might have been you, and this might be someone that you have worked with in the past. They are successful. They are grounded. They have a slow and steady wins the race kind of vibe to them. This one's coming in. It's very peaceful, and I think really feminine too. There's a sense of, there's some sort of feminine aspect to this King of Pentacles. And of course, gender we're not really talking about the gender, we're talking about the role. So the role of the king, especially since I'm getting such a feminine vibe off of this one, so we're really not talking about male or female. We're really talking about someone who maybe has some leadership. They've been successful in their leadership. There's a sense of slow and steady planning. This is someone that accomplishes things out in the real world. Their success is evident to other people. It's not a hidden secret, or it's not like just they're working on themselves or whatever. This is someone who has had some success in the real world. They're boss-like energy, and not bossy energy. I don't see that. I'm not feeling that off of this one. More of a gentle leadership type. But there is like a lot of planning, a lot of slow and steady work towards this productivity, towards this abundance. And there's a sense of community benefit from what this person has accomplished. In your current situation, you have 4 of Pentacles. So we have the Four of Pentacles can have this like clingy vibe. We have actually a couple fours here. It can have this little bit of a clingy vibe of, okay, well, this is what I've got, so I'm not going to go for any more. So we've got this idea of, you know, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, which I'm really getting here with this fox and these bunnies, right? A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. So what you've got is probably better than chasing after other things. But with the Four of Pentacles, it can often be something not very beneficial. Like you're clinging to something. There's so much more out here. It does take risk, but we're gonna just cling to the bird in the hand, so to speak. And so you know, in this scenario, there's more out there, but we're very focused on something that's in here, on smaller. It's like you're focusing on something small. There's you know, a bigger prize out there, but we're focused and in a way isolated from that, and not really even paying attention to the larger prizes or the larger things that we can get out of life. So this is like staying with a job that isn't paying very much at all, but being very focused on it, and like, well, I have to have this job, when in fact you could be making a lot more money someplace else. But you're worried about losing this job, when in fact losing this job could be the best thing that happens for you, to help you see that there are other jobs out there. I mean, actually, this just reminds me of a friend who was working a fairly low wage job. She got laid off in the middle of COVID, or they restructured the company in the middle of COVID. Her job was eliminated. And now she just got a job that pays 3 times as much. So it turned out to be like this, but she was upset, you know, this was the job, this was her job, and she lost it, and it was very upsetting. So that's what this is reminding me of, is this like sort of being isolated from these bigger possibilities and being very focused on something that's very small, when in fact there's like just, it had her focus so much that she wasn't able to see all the stuff that she would be able to do, and how much, you know, a job that resonates with her better, a job that she actually went to school for, a job, you know, she was just very focused on that. So that's what I'm getting out of this Four of Swords, is that you may be very focused on something very small, very myopic, when there's so much bigger out there, right? We have this King of Pentacles. We have this person that you've met, or that you've been before even. And then here we have in this Four of Pentacles, this smaller contraction of who you are, of what you're capable of what you're able to accomplish in the world. So it's gotten very small, and you're not thinking expansively. There's 10 Pentacles available, but we're just really on 40% of the available Pentacles, and really, really gonna hold on to that 40%. And if we let go, then you know, if we let go of that 40%, we might end up with nothing, or we might end up with being able to take the other 6 and get the full 10. Hope's Fear's Inner Landscape is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is a very traditional vibe, very institutional, organizational vibe, and this one has quite a leader, quite a strong leader, and they're a gatekeeper. They're the gatekeeper, and you're worried about the gatekeeper. And maybe this King of Pentacles has been a gatekeeper, and you've had to sort of settle for something else for a while. But you're thinking about an organization and a gatekeeping in that organization. Maybe you're, you know, there's a sense of needing to be a supplicant in this, and maybe that's not your jam. You don't want to be a supplicant, but you know you might have to, like, suck up to somebody, or, you know, play by these rules. So this is in your hopes and fears. So you might be hoping there's some sort of inner landscape thing that's very traditional here. Maybe you're playing by the rules a little too much, especially with this Four of Pentacles. And you might be really like kind of obsessed with the rules, or obsessed with, you know, and then there's this step, and then there's this step, and then there's this step, when in fact that might actually be holding you back, thinking about, you know, doing things the right way, the proper way. It's hard to imagine an Aquarius doing things the proper, like being really held back by an idea of doing things the proper way, but maybe you are. But that's what I'm seeing here, is like this, you might be afraid of stepping out of line, or afraid of, there's a desire or a fear here about some sort of organization and some sort of gatekeeping, and people needing to suck up to somebody in order to get to where they want to go. And this is in your head. So you might want to check those assumptions, you know, do some good, like writing it out, or some good spreadsheet, or, you know, ABCD cognitive stuff to really, I mean, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just thinking, like, since this is only showing up in your head, or so far we're having this as being something that you're really thinking about, maybe doing some, you know, assessment of, you know, what's actually going on here, and just checking your assumptions about something, especially an organization, or a leader, or what you're thinking about gatekeeping. It's bothering you, something about an organization or something is really bothering you, or a leader. It could be this King of Pentacles. You're bothered by that, because the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant have really similar energy, except this one's showing up as very calm and very focused, plotting energy, success, but also there's a gentleness with this particular King of Pentacles. Some of them are very much more precise. And then we have the Hierophant, which is also very traditional. You know, the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant, they're like opposite sides. Right here, they're showing up as opposite sides of the same coin, of like a leadership, a leader, successful leader. And this one's like the leader's a little bit like, maybe you're concerned that this leader is actually a gatekeeper. What's the issue here? Wheel of Fortune. Something feels very unlucky right now. So Wheel of Fortune always brings up for me the Kurt Vonnegut quote of, we know so little about life, we don't know what the good news is and what the bad news is. So this wheel is turning and changes, so it almost doesn't even matter if it shows up in the upside down or right side up, because it's always turning. The luck is always turning. And it reminds me of a carousel, and the ponies go up and down as they're going around and around. So as we go around through our lives, our luck is up, our luck is down. And sometimes our pony's down while someone else's is up, and then ours will be up while someone else's is down. So you've had some bad luck, which of course might get you into this sort of clingy vibe. You may have had some bad luck with an organization, or with a traditional way of doing something, or with a gatekeeper. It feels like bad luck, but it is changing. So you feel like you've had some bad luck here, some things that didn't go your way. But the wheel is always like renewing. There's a sense of renewal here with this wheel. Like you're going back. You're circling back around, and the luck is moving as you do that. So the Wheel of Fortune is things outside of our control. And we may have done something or created something that got that wheel moving. But I think the reassurance here is that it's always moving. So something might feel unlucky, but luck changes. So you may have had what feels like an unlucky moment, maybe with a gatekeeper or an organization. And then in your environment, we have the Fool card. So there might be an opportunity here. Again, we have this predator-prey situation. We have the bunny here, and then we have the fox here and wolf here, of course. So you might have a new opportunity coming in. So right now you're just focused on the opportunities you have. Here's this, much bigger opportunity out here. And of course, we've got the two birds in the bush. And we have this much bigger opportunity out here. So that bigger opportunity that you've had your back turned on. Maybe, there was some gatekeeping and you weren't able to go towards that opportunity. But here in your environment, we have an opportunity showing up. Now, this wolf looks like he's going to go out on some thin ice. He's taking some risks here. So there might be a risk available. Any opportunity, any new opportunity is going to involve risk, which brings us back to this Four of Pentacles of like playing things safe. Okay, well, this is what I've got. I've got small potatoes here, but I'm going to just try to be happy with my small potatoes because I don't think I'm going to be able to get this larger thing. But this is saying like there might be an opportunity, but there might also be will be risk with that opportunity, right? You know this because you've been in this Four of Pentacles energy where you know that there's risk out there. You have to take a risk, which feels very vulnerable. And so far, or at the moment, you've been choosing safety over risk. But there is risk. There's an opportunity in your environment. There's something new to start, a whole new journey to think about, to start. There is an opportunity here. It is going to require you to take risks. And there's an immature vibe with this Four of Pentacles. Is like not, like this fox doesn't even feel like a full-grown fox. And it just feels like he's playing with the idea of being a predator or going after what he wants. Just kind of playing with the idea, toying around with the idea, doing small things with, there's a bigger opportunity, but right now this fox is sort of playing with smaller opportunities, not ready to take the risk. And here comes an opportunity that is going to involve risk. And are you going to be able to grow into that? Are you going to be able to, this King of Pentacles has a lot. This King of Pentacles actually, he plans a lot. He takes very calculated risks. Not big giant risks, but this Fool card is coming in with a bit more risk here. Like there's some risk involved. So far you've been playing it safe, but now comes an opportunity that involves, really putting yourself out there. Your to-do list is 10 of Wands. Ten of Wands is about burdens placed upon us. It's about like the 10 is the completion. So other people's ideas, other people's inspiration, other people's creative ideas, societal's concepts of things, societal concepts of what we're supposed to be doing, who we're supposed to be with, what everything's supposed to look like. All of these are unnecessary burdens at this point in human history. And there's a sense of putting this down, of moving around it and trying to move around it. It's not easy, but there's these false barriers, man-made barriers, cultural barriers in front of you. And the 10 of Wands is about completing that and just being done with that. Being done with expectations, being done with maybe this... these ideas of gatekeeping, right? The Hierophant is really playing it safe. So you might have been thinking about really, and the Four of Pentacles here, I'm starting to see this sense of having really played something safe, having tried to fit in with an organization, having played something safe. And now there's this risk. And this is saying, like, don't try to be like anybody else. Don't try to fit in with this Hierophant energy. Don't try to fit in with the organization. This is putting down expectations and burdens, and maybe you expected to play it safe. Maybe that's what you were told to do. Play it safe, be logical, be smart about it. I mean, those aren't bad, that's not bad advice, be smart about something. But this is saying, like, we're done with that. We're done with fulfilling other people's expectations. We're done with doing things the way we're supposed to be doing them. We're done with taking the safe route. That was not your route. That's not meant for you. You're missing out on larger opportunities. So this 10 of Wands is about releasing yourself from expectation, releasing yourself from other people's ideas of what's creative, like just not even trying to fit in anymore, not even trying to fulfill someone else's dream. Someone else may have dreamt of safety. This King of Pentacles may have dreamt of safety and docility. That's what's coming in with the King of Pentacles, is this domesticated strength, this domesticated energy, this docile success through being docile, success through being through being docile and subservient. And sometimes I think, you know, just with different generations, different things are needed for success. And I think with some of the previous generations, success really came through being docile, playing it safe, following the rules. And that's what I'm seeing here on this top row, is this domesticated, docile energy, playing it safe, following the rules. And then here comes this opportunity that's going to require risk. And maybe you didn't learn that. Your parents and your grandparents were just like, just play by the rules, do what you're told, because that's what worked for them. That's what got them what they wanted out of life, hopefully. But with younger generations, it's less and less the case. Taking risks is actually where the benefit is. So we have this 10 of Wands here. Sort of releasing yourself from the way you were taught to do things, the way you were told to do things, the way you were told success was going to come to you. And then we have this 4 of Wands, or 4 of Swords here. This is taking a rest. Putting down this burden for some reason, or releasing yourself from expectations, is apparently exhausting work. But also the 4 of Swords is about recalibrating, resting, recalibrating. So this may be a little bit of a paradigm shift here, of these risks are out here, these opportunities are out here, but the way you were taught to do something isn't going to work anymore for capturing these opportunities. You can't play it safe here, which looks like how you were taught to play. So 4 of Swords is there's a break coming up. There's a rest period. We're going to use that for recuperation. We're going to use that rest time for recalibrating for a new day, for a new season of our life. So you could have a break period coming up here, but this break is very important. It's not for nothing. It's for renewal, renewing your energy. You know, wintertime is often a time for nature anyway, a time of quietness, a time of rest, a time of hunkering down. But that's so that, you know, when spring comes, we can rise with the earth and enjoy something. So, all right, well, I'm going to take the rest of this over on Vimeo. We're going to do a layer on top of this, the Crow Tarot by the same artist, and we're going to get some clarification on all of these. So you can join me over there, or we'll just see you in 2 weeks. It'll be